In this video, you're going to learn about writing an IEP PLAAFP. A PLAAFP is the present level of academic achievement and functional performance. So what is in an IEP? An IEP has the evaluations of the student, a statement of eligibility based on those 13 categories that the student qualifies under. There are due dates for those evaluations and when the annual review is to be conducted. PLAAFP, which is what we're going to talk about in this video. And it's so important that the present level is evident because that's what drives the goals, the scheduling of services, the placement, where is the student going to be serviced, whether it's in the gen ed setting or the special ed room, the state assessment accommodations, and any other services the student might qualify for, such as speech, occupational therapy, social work, etc. There was a recent case where Drew was not being provided the services that he needed, and parents had sued, and this case had gone into the Supreme Court. Basically, Drew was not progressing, or the school was not able to show that Drew was progressing based on his special circumstances. So after that case, the present level needs to include the baseline so we can show measurement of progress. So what does a PLAAFP have? A PLAAFP is a statement of the student's present level, like we said. What does that include? It is based on the current information from a variety of sources, and it spotlights the area of need, whether it's academic or functional. It describes the current performance in measurable terms, and this baseline data measures the progress and the starting place of instruction. So the PLAAFP focuses on the instructional support that the student requires. Remember that it needs to come from a variety of sources based on that case. So it emphasizes collaboration among parents, educators, and a careful consideration of the child's individual circumstances. So let's look at that a little bit more deeply. What does the PLAAFP have? You need to know the student's needs and how do these needs affect that student's progress in the gen ed setting. Find out the baseline. Where is that student currently performing and how can we create goals to ensure he's moving towards meeting those gen ed objectives? So the area of needs can be found. You always want to start with strengths. What are his interests? What are his preferences? You can look at multiple intelligences. And then you find the area of need. Where is he functioning? And based on the Common Core or post-secondary goals that he has after college, depending on the age of the student, you do that through evaluations, standardized tests, progress monitoring data, and also involve the parents. What are their concerns? Once you have the baseline, you want to make sure it's specific, measurable, and objective. So based on that, you can create goals. So let's look at an example here. We have Kyle, who's a 9-year-old, and he's in 4th grade, and he qualified for special ed services under specific learning disability. His parents were expressing concerns that he avoids games that involve reading. This has lots of conflict in the family during family game nights, and when they go to restaurants, Kyle has anxiety because he's not able to read the menu. He prefers to go to a restaurant where he's memorized the menu. So you want to record parent concerns, and you see there's a need in reading. When you talk to the gen ed setting, the teacher also reports that he's struggling when the reading is independent. Some of the interventions that she tried was text to speech, and she noticed that he's very self-conscious. He doesn't want to be different with his peers. But then when she reads the text out loud, he's able to comprehend well. So that's been an effective accommodation that she's been using. Based on, since this is an annual review and he had already qualified, we know that he struggles in reading, decoding. So what are his strengths? Based on an oral expression, because the gen ed teacher said that he was able to comprehend well, you had maybe a speech pathologist do an oral expression assessment, and you found that he's strong in expressive and receptive language skills, and he also has a large vocabulary. And gen ed teacher had reported that he actively engages in class discussions. Passages read to him, he answers comprehension questions. She said he's respected by peers, he's a class leader, he's got strong communication skills. So you found out what are his strengths. You do an evaluation. Maybe you could do the Woodcock-Johnson, and you found out that he reads at a grade equivalent score of 2.2, which puts him at the 27th percentile. So that, now that you have his strengths and evaluation results, you still want to dig deeper and find out where exactly is his baseline for reading. So you do a reading probe, and you find out that he's currently able to read 54 words correct per minute on a second grade reading probe, which is slightly higher than a second grade fall benchmark of 50. And a fourth grader reads about 95 words per minute on a fourth grade reading probe. So this specific measurable information can help you create that goal, because if he's reading at 54 at a second grade level, then you could probably create a goal for him to start increasing those words per minute. So do we have enough information? So we have enough information now to write the PLAAFP, which I'm going to be showing you in another video. And based on that PLAAFP, you are able to write the goals and determine what services that he needs. So thank you for listening.